First off, let's look at how I did during the divisional round. As you can see, I picked favorites, ended up 3-1, which isn't hard to do when you pick the mathematical favorites throughout the round, but my score check was way off. If I predicted a blowout, then it was close. If I predicted it to be close, then it was a blowout. So I have no idea what I'm doing in that regard. Alright, so it's time to jinx your favorite team for the NFC and AFC playoffs. We are going to start on the NFC side of things. Now, this prediction video is not going to be based on anything substantial football wise. Everything is going to be based on superstition and trends that I've seen that have little to do with what the players do on the field. Looking at the matchup that we have with the Niners and Lions, in my last video I talked about how teams couldn't escape from their past, and in this case the scenario is going to be the same. The last time that the Lions played the Niners in the playoffs, they ended up losing. So I think that trend will continue here. On top of that, we had one team beat their past only to lose, which was the Buffalo Bills. They ended up beating the Steelers, who had eliminated them from the playoffs before. And then once they beat the Steelers, they had to play the Chiefs. And then when they played the Chiefs, they ended up losing. So they beat one part of their past, but couldn't escape from the other. That's the same scenario that the Lions are going into here. They beat part of their past because they beat the Bucks, who had knocked them out of the playoffs previously. But now they face the Niners, who also have knocked them out of the playoffs previously. So they can escape from one part of their past, but they won't escape from the other. Since that's the case, I'm taking the exact same score that the Lions and 49ers had in their last playoff game, which is 23-24 Niners. Alright, now let's turn our attention to the AFC side of things. Now, the Chiefs were the only team out of the whole divisional round that I got wrong, and I should have known better than to pick against the Chiefs, because somehow, some way, the Chiefs and Mahomes find a way to do it in the playoffs. I've said all the way throughout every video that I've made that the Chiefs haven't looked like themselves. Their defense was stout, but I didn't think that they had enough offensively to get through the playoffs. But here we are. Here they are in the AFC Championship game. Now, that being said, you should already know where I'm going with my prediction. It's based on superstition alone and nothing else. The only time playing the Ravens in the playoffs came in 2011, where they lost in Baltimore. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that same result. Again, only based on superstition and past results. These playoffs look like a you can't run from your past type of playoffs, and I think that's what's going to happen in these championship games. But I expect to be completely wrong again, because the Chiefs somehow always find a way. I don't know why I'm still picking against them when I know that this happens time and time again, but I never learn my lesson, so here we are. And just like with the NFC matchup, I'm going with the exact same score that they had in their previous playoff game, which was 30-7, which means that this will be the game to watch because it's going to be crazy close. But that does it for these predictions. What do you guys think? Who's going to the Super Bowl? And who's going to win the Super Bowl? Once the matchups are decided, obviously I'll make a prediction video about the Super Bowl itself, but I'm excited for the games this weekend. I think they're going to be really good. I'll see you guys in the next one.